I've got all the letters, they're public, of LBJ with the Great Society. I tell you what, I see these rich black people everywhere. Well, get them back on the plantation, get the men out of the house, get women running things, and I'll have those N-words voting Democrat for 100 years. That was his response to the Republicans getting the Civil Rights Act passed. That's why he told the South, he said, you're going to pass this stuff, we're going to be their best buddy now. They all got their little clan meetings and said, what do you mean, boss? Listen, dumbass, how do you control somebody you got domesticated? You got to feed them before you slaughter them. The little piggy gonna trust you when you load them up to take them to the butcher. Oh, that's how we gonna do it, boss? That's how we gonna do it. Now sit down and do what I say and quit wearing them stupid Klan's robe in public. We don't do that now. We care about the black people now. Senator Byrd, our commander, what do we do? Absolutely, we will do that right away for you. I mean, that's what's going on. I just sit here and I watch these people, and it's just like, pull my hair out.
Coming to you live from a patriot camp deep in the Appalachian wilderness. The militia movement is strong. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on us. We got our snakes, the yellow flag. We
have mullets and Metallica.
We got it all.
We're equipped.
Yeah, before the alt-right, there was a patriot movement. We're on that Ted Kaczynski tip.
If you haven't figured it out, you are back for a very special episode of the Boof Boyz. It is Debate Boys Round 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Oh, what a debate it was.
Number 2. Strong number 2 is good. Where do we start?
The preface, man. They wheeled all these people out and they sat in silence for a while, and it was really occulted.
Yeah, it was like a funeral.
It really reminded me.
They did a Baphomet ritual.
Yeah, it was.
They did one of the Bohemian Grove. Is it Moloch? They did a sacrifice to Moloch.
All the way from CERN. They pulled these people directly out of CERN.
Yeah, they called them undecided voters, but they were plants. They were like robots.
Yeah.
Who's undecided 29 days before the most divisive election in like...
Actually, I'm unregistered.
Like, oh, you're not even... Okay.
Oh, we got you out of a hole.
Yeah. Yeah, they pulled these people out of CERN. These are real demons out of CERN.
Oh, you're Amish and you don't read anything? You don't listen to anything from the outside world? You're totally uninformed? Okay, put on this like modern clothing and sit on stage.
Try not to
and
shake
read
too
this
much.
card. Yeah.
What was our man's name? We'll get into him later. He was acting a muck out here. But they had Anderson Cooper, who's my favorite CIA shill. I love Anderson Cooper. His mother was a great shill.
Didn't he literally he writes about like, oh yeah, I did like half the CIA training, but I decided I just wanted to be a newscaster instead.
His
that
mother,
was better.
His mother, Gloria Vanderbilt.
I guess he was like a legit investigative
CIA
journalist for a while, but yeah.
Yeah,
that means he was just,
if you
like,
Google,
working for
the
CIA
problem
or
is
something.
that if you Google your name in CIA and there's like 5 pages of results, it's probably bad. Like, I can't imagine that being good for you, you know? Like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I know a few things, but I know that.
Unless you're like a dead journalist, which means you're
Which is
probably
not
which means you're probably really credible and the CIA killed you, which that's the most likely. Oh yeah, they probably like made your car, probably hacked your car and sent it into a wall if you're just like a really good like Rolling Stone investigative journalist. That could happen. Maybe, I don't know, just a thought, maybe.
Yeah, the car explodes before it hits the wall.
R.I.P. Michael Hastings.
That boy.
Shouldn't have gotten that lead foot though. It was that lead foot.
Oh man.
All right, so where do we start with the debate? I guess we start
I have a
with
note
the
here
most surface.
that literally just says, his eyes. I have no idea what that means. I think his eyes were all fucked up at the beginning. I think it was the squinty eye.
Okay,
we were talking about the somber tone.
We'll start with the somber tone. Well, first, let's start with the most surface level, the clothing. They switched up the colors. He's got the red tie now instead of the blue tie.
They're basically wearing the
They're
same
no longer
suit.
recreating the Purge Anarchy cover, so...
No, the people in the room who are sitting around on these like stadium bleachers are the people who look like they're participating in a ritual. But these two are just wearing similar suits.
She looks nice, though. It's a much better outfit than the first one, than that, like, mouth thing.
She was
not
fine,
a bad look.
her walk, like this walk that is, have you seen her like pace around and walk into the room? It's a very choreographed walk. That
Everything's choreographed.
Oh, it's so crazy, man. It looks like she's wearing a diaper and she's trying to prevent something from falling out.
It's like when you like are somewhere and you don't have anything in your hands, you don't have like a backpack, and you like don't know what to do with your hands, and you just start thinking about your hands, and you just like, that's probably her whole existence with like public speaking and public engagement in general. It needs to be very choreographed because it's not like a natural skill. She lost. She got her shit handed to her in this debate, though. She definitely did not win. We can go ahead. Hot take. Got her ass kicked. But she won the first one. I do think she won the first one, but she did not win this one. So we are going to get a grudge match. But yeah, no, like you said, the somber tone at the beginning. Trump. I mean, should we just go out there? He was sniffing again.
Yeah.
We can just get this out of the way. He's clearly on drugs.
What drug was he
obvious.
on?
He's sniffing something. It's something.
He has confidence.
insufflated.
Whatever he's snorting is giving him confidence because he was somber. He was like in his head.
But I think we
Very
rationalized he was intentionally acting all down because he was on an upper.
Yeah.
So he was like, and he
cool.
like got in trouble. He got in trouble the first time. So yeah,
He's like, I know how to do it.
Yeah,
I've done it. I've done it. You know.
Can we get a clip of it? You think it's gonna work?
Clippos.
All right, somber Trump.
Yeah,
You want a little
give it to
somber
us.
Trump?
Give it
Little
to us.
somber Trump.
To take care of people on all sides. We need just fixing and making our inner cities better for the African American citizens that are so great,
God
and for
bless
the
them.
Latinos, Hispanics. And I look forward to doing it. It's called Make America Great Again.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
He sounded like he was nodding off.
Have you ever heard him say the "Make America Great Again"? I've never heard it said in that tone. One more time. Can we hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Forward to doing it. It's called Make America Great Again.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
That's pretty comforting.
Yeah, no.
It's a
I'm
comforting
gonna fall asleep
slogan.
to that on repeat. I'm
Yeah,
gonna make a
that's nice.
7-minute YouTube video.
Oh man, does he do
Like
audiobooks?
fan.
What would a good Trump audiobook be, man?
I bet Art of the Deal is a Trump audiobook. No, he would never take the time to sit down and do that.
What was that book we had to read in high school English class about like the Sherman Alexie book where he was like a chill, like he was like a really good basketball player in like the reservation, but like the white kids fucked with him, and he dropped like 40 on him.
Yeah.
What if Trump read that book? That'd be nice.
What if he actually owned the publishing company that published that book?
It's like, I'm not racist. I publish large numbers of Native American literature. I
know lots of Native Americans. I love Native Americans.
I've
helped them.
I've published books. I've sponsored casinos. I've done it all. I'm all right.
Multifaceted.
So he's acting all down. He's acting all sad for the first 20 minutes. Yeah, watching it live, I definitely thought he was like, I thought like, oh man, for the first 20 minutes, I kind of thought this might be some elaborate thing where he was going to like just announce he was done. he was acting real sad, man. He was on some like, he was talking about his campaign in the past tense, dude.
Propaganda.
No, dude, he was talking about his campaign in the past tense, and I thought he's like, it's been a great run, and now I've realized I'm just insane, and I must.
You know, I like my money. I like my millions.
The Clintons, they're great people.
Fuck
they're
you,
great
no
people,
taxes.
wonderful people.
Not showing you shit.
But yeah, then he just like turned up. What got him turned up?
21 Savage.
Well, okay, we should. I guess the main thing to address, the monkey in the room coming into it, was the comments from the weekend, the Billy Bush tape, the Billy Bush bus tape.
Pussy. Yeah, your boy.
Yeah, I have no idea who Billy Bush is, but
You don't know who Billy Bush
that's
is?
kind of shady.
I figured he was like the short, annoying Bush
It's like
brother.
a country singer name. That's like
which president had the brother named
Billiam
Billy
Bush.
he had Billy beer and he was just an alcoholic?
Whom's man?
There
Whom's
was
president was this?
Google Billy beer. There
Billy
was a
Beer.
presidential candidate whose
Billy
brother was
Beer.
just like,
Billy Beer.
yeah, just a famed alcoholic.
Oh, Jimmy Carter's brother.
Jimmy Carter's brother, Billy
Oh,
Carter,
shit.
had Billy beer. Yeah, yeah. Learn something new every day.
What is it? It's like a nasty
Oh, it was just like a
it's like a nasty
style.
old
Yeah, it was just
Milwaukee
rebranded, yeah.
gross.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it was not
Just
a
disgusting.
flavorful beverage by any means. Of course not.
Just tastes like, what does that taste like? Industrial runoff. Probably
Tastes like
has
freedom.
industrial runoff
I think
in
that's
it.
the idea.
That's how it's like made in America, and it's like good for industry because they just like let the industrial runoff like go into the beer. And it was like a good like write off for everyone.
Yeah, it just got everybody drunker, but also got rid of all the waste
Yeah.
and simultaneously killed everyone.
It was like really good for the economy. That sounds awesome for the economy, actually, dude. If you really think about like the incentives of it, like a great beer that slowly kills the people who drink it. So like you get some like consumer like
That's
demand
cigarettes.
in the
What
beginning.
you're talking about is cigarettes.
High consumer demand in the beginning. Great profits, great corporate profits. They can use those profits to like innovate. Then those people just like die, and then just like it's good for rich people. Poor people dying is just always good for rich people. Like, oh yeah, it's just good. It's good for them. Great.
All right, not to swing you back to topic, but they were hammering this man about his pussy comments he was making.
And he swung it good. He started talking about how we need to kill ISIS.
Dude, yeah, no, that's what I was going to bring up. I didn't know if you...
That's what's crazy. He got through that quick, dude. He got through it well, kind of masterfully.
well, no, it was great because
It's going to keep
he'd
coming
been
up,
coached.
but...
He'd been well coached.
Oh, yeah, he's well
Yeah,
coached this time.
yeah,
He listened.
exactly.
He listened to his folk.
Exactly. Well, he already kicked the boy Roger Ailes out. Or that's the way to pronounce it correctly, right?
He kicked Roger Ailes out, did he?
Yeah, no. Roger Ailes has been quoted saying, like, I tried to help Donald Trump, and
Oh.
he just won't listen. So he's still, like, obviously helping with the campaign, but he's not directly trying to influence
Yeah, he's the
words
one
and
who's going to help him
decisions.
with that TV channel. When
He was
gets,
trying. Yeah,
when he
well,
loses.
it's about to be lit.
It's going to be the
yeah,
new
those two are
empire.
gonna, yeah, woo. If you think Fox News is bad, wait till you people get that. Yeah, all you liberals who are out here just slinging mud, you think it's bad now. You're about to
It's
get
going to be
smacked.
pay all
Wow.
day, dude.
It's going to be horrible.
It's going to be
Ooh.
Dat Boy memes. It's going to be pay memes. It's just going to be teenagers repurposing all the memes for like weird, like white nationalist purposes.
And that
that's just
Tommy,
gonna be on
that
TV
white
all
Tommy
day.
girl that everybody's all obsessed with. What's her name? Tommy Lauren. Is that not her?
Yeah, she's going to get like a 2-hour show.
Is that even her name?
They're
just
gonna
mixed
get
it with Ralph.
no,
Lauren.
yeah, it's like Tommy Loren or something. Dude, they're gonna get
So
the
what?
7. They're gonna get the 700 Club. They're gonna get all that.
I think the 700 Club has already endorsed Donald Trump. That old man who looks like a leprechaun is still out here on infomercials,
Yeah,
letting people know
love
what's
that
good.
guy. Great
He's
guy.
great. I think he was in a Disney
Good
film
people.
once. That's what I was going to say, though, is that Trump made it quickly, and one of the quotes I have here is, ISIS is chopping off heads. It's the most disgusting time to live in. He's like,
It's the
they're
most disgusting time.
they're
to live in.
drowning people in cages. Like,
They
what?
are doing that.
First of all, what links does Donald Trump have that I'm not receiving? Because
Oh, you didn't see? Yeah,
I
that
haven't
was,
seen the drowning in
No,
cages.
dude, that was
Sounds
when
like
they cut off Foley's head, the journalist. They were like going real ham on the social media. That's when they were doing like the like Reddit Ask Me Anythings. It was like I'm an ISIS soldier taking like Mosul. Ask me anything. Ask me anything, American pigs. Ask me anything. Great conversation. Wow.
That reminds me of the incredible.
The Western filth. Ask me anything.
Please,
Ask me anything before we spread the caliphate to your region.
That reminds me of the famous Cat Williams quote about terrorist videos. Can you pull that up real quick, or should I just do
wait.
the impression?
Hit him with it. Wait, what does he say? Which?
He's like, these ISIS motherfuckers is for real. We started talking about Al Qaeda or whatever at the time, and he's just like, if you do not say, or if you do not do what we are say you to do, we will cut off his head tomorrow
Cat
at
Williams.
noon.
Pete Cat Williams.
And he's like, and sure as shit, the next day, it's like they be on national TV. Okay, we will cut off his head. He's like, motherfuckers. I hope I didn't explode this microphone when I smacked it like that. Yeah, my microphone is dead.
All right, what next?
Well,
Okay, yeah, no, back to what we were talking about. The way he got through the because he was talking about committing sexual assault. I mean, within like the way the law is written, that is certainly sexual assault.
and
the things
okay,
he was
I'm
doing.
about to plug another podcast here, and the boys over at No Agenda, they dissected it this morning, and it really does. I hate to make this argument because so many people do that I don't agree with, but it does come down to semantics. And what he was saying is that you could do that's a possibility. He's not saying that he goes up. Like, he's not saying, like, you know what I like to do? I like to go up to women and grab their pussies. That if he had said that would be different. What he's talking about is having a bunch of power. And I'm not, like, a fucking rape apologist, and I'm not one of these people who are like, it's locker room talk. You chalk it up to that. Of course that shit happens in locker rooms, and it's totally disgusting. But the context...
There's like a disproportionate amount of, like, psychopaths in locker rooms, too. That should also be noted.
But also, it has to be said that the things he's saying are not exclusive to men. There are women who talk about grabbing dudes' dicks. Like, it happens. You ever been around a bunch of drunk girls and heard the shit that they say? Like, it goes both ways. These conversations are candid, and it just fucking happens. And it's not... I think it's much different than the Sterling incident.
Hypocritical. It is.
I think it's hypocritical, basically. At its root, that's what I think is wrong with judging him for it.
Yeah, no, it's quite
But if you're going to run for president...
But no. What they said, what was it afterwards on MSNBC? It was Chris Matthews and Rudy Giuliani. And Rudy Giuliani was making the point... Disgusting Rudy Giuliani. Disgusting man. A disgusting mafia man. Like, really, really gross. But he was just, like, saying, like, yeah, like, Lyndon Johnson. Well, yeah, Lyndon Johnson used to, like, say the N-word a lot. I'm pretty sure he was really into... Oh, yeah, it's the intro. In the intro, as Alex Jones made so painfully clear, Lyndon Johnson did like to use the N-word. But he's also talking about JFK, and yeah, JFK was just like on a whole heap of medications for various like venereal diseases throughout his life before the CIA, Cubans, who else killed JFK? The CIA, Cubans, communists. Who else killed JFK? Lone wolves.
The mafia. His wife. His wife shot him.
His wife shot him.
Yeah, no, that's a really good conspiracy that his wife turned around and the first
y'all
shot
can see
missed,
that on the.
And she turned around and blew his head off. So Jackie Kennedy.
What's that tape called? The Zapruder? Yeah, y'all got to go rewatch that Zapruder because it's pretty clear what Jackie does. So yeah, like it's no different. Donald Trump's no different than JFK. That's pretty much the point. They're the same guy.
Well, that's what.
They're the exact same
That's what
person.
I found so interesting is that it seemed that they clearly had realized that attacking Donald Trump for his racism and xenophobia and all these other weird things was not working, and to the extent that they wanted to, like, we need to make this...
Because they don't say it right.
Well,
They're like bad at talking.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's why they've moved on. They've realized that didn't work. So now it's Donald Trump hates women. That's the new narrative. That he is... We went from, like, a small portion of the population that he was offending to 50% of the population. So now you have a much greater level of people that he's offended. Therefore, he's supposed to lose all these followers, you know?
I mean, yeah, they all hate... Yeah, well,
that's the idea.
Let's get real about, like, who hates who. Like, Republicans hate minorities and women. Democrats hate poor people. Democrats really don't like poor people.
They don't respect them, but they don't hate
Democrats don't like poor people, though. They like to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Democrats really don't like poor people.
No,
they don't really like common folk, quote unquote common folk.
No,
they really like financiers. They like big banking. They like financial algorithms. They're like into financial algorithms for fun. That's like a thing for like the Democratic.
They're into pouring
caucus.
money into things that don't work. That's what they enjoy.
Yeah, you really just gotta pay for the police to beat you up. It's really crazy that people engage in this behavior.
Pay for play, baby.
Like, they're into it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna pay my taxes. I'm gonna pay the cop's salary, and hopefully he just comes and beats me with a billy club or something because that's what I paid for.
People really,
it's really odd that people are cool with that.
People really get into. They really just get off to the general idea of buying a sports car and driving 50 miles per hour over the speed limit and getting a speeding ticket and paying.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you pay it once, but then you pay it again and again. You pay it often. All right, yeah, you pay anytime you buy something, you pay tax. It's crazy. Anyways, we've only made it through like 8 minutes of this debate, so we should probably like go to the next thing. What's next?
One of the first questions they asked, which was to, obviously we know, a non-biased member of the audience who just,
Undecided voters.
Yeah, of course.
People who are undecided 30 days before an election have not decided who they're voting for. In the most divisive election in recent memory, they don't know who they're voting for.
Her first question, would you believe it or
These
not?
people are not real. They're lying. Or they're stupid.
She
Both.
asked, do you believe that your behavior is setting a good example, basically, and is acceptable? Because a lot of these
Very
schools,
acceptable.
they are assigning this as homework.
I'm the most respectable I'm the most respectful
So they want to know.
candidate.
She started with, if this were a television product, the last debate would have been rated MA.
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
TVMA.
By what criteria?
By her criteria.
What are the actual things that
Also-
get things MA?
What kind of human being thinks like that? To say TVMA, who is a regular, hardworking human being who just doesn't work in television. Did you see the woman who asked the question? That's my point. She did not seem like a person who would be concerned with the ratings of television. She was like, "This is a TVMA product. This is not rated."
Some people are really
TV
into
ratings?
rating their.
You know
some people are into
PG,
that.
you know G, you know PG-13.
You don't know TVMA? You didn't used to watch those like bad shows
No, I
on
did
like
because
MTV
I was
at
interested
like 1 a.m.
in
that were
masturbating after hours on Comedy Central or to Comedy Central.
What was on Comedy Central?
Oh, that movie with Josh Hartnett where there were just like a boob quilt. I remember that being a significant
What
thing.
movie are you talking
That
about?
40 Days, 40 Nights.
Dude, that movie came out like 2 years ago.
No, I'm outed.
No, but yeah, I vaguely remember that movie.
I don't remember doing
Listen,
any of
dude, like, I don't know. I do, like, there was a time in my life when I was younger where I think I did look at that little box that popped up when shows started of, like, what the rating was for some reason. For some reason, I looked at that. I'm a person who looked at that.
Maybe parents
so,
do. You're right.
I don't know, man.
Maybe.
I don't know. All right, so.
But they asked them about their actions and their behavior, and if they believe that that was a good thing for children to see. And neither of the candidates answered the question. Let that be known that neither of them addressed what was being asked of them whatsoever. And for some reason, Anderson Cooper, Lil B voice.
Yeah,
did
what
not
a
interrupt
forgotten
him.
ad lib.
Great
Anderson
ad-lib.
Cooper is a forgotten Lil B ad lib. Anderson Cooper.
But neither one of them addressed the fact that they didn't answer the question. So Hillary was like, yeah, I think Donald's terrible, and I think all the things he says are bad. And then, of course, Donald just didn't address it, maybe said some things about email. It was so unforgettable that it was such an important question, and neither of them touched it. And it just set you off to know that the moderators were not here for
I thought it was kind of
quote-unquote
good moderators,
facts.
dude. It was,
No, that first question set it off. I thought it was poor. I think they did a better job of actually moderating in the sense
I think they
in the
moderated
sense that-
better.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I don't the questions were fucking stupid.
Exactly.
Stupid. If those questions actually seemed like they were written by dumb people, so I don't really care if they answered them or not because they're bad questions.
Yeah.
There a couple of like the technical ones were good, where like the dude said something like somewhat relevant about like oil and gas. I don't know. I also don't care about fossil fuels. I don't know. It's not my expertise. It's not my field. Leave that to someone who like knows about fossil fuels. Not going to pontificate about it.
But I thought it was funny that one of the things Hillary was saying about the behavior is basically it's not okay to call people names, but it's okay to call Donald Trump names because he's a cis white male with a lot of money, and this is a red pill.
You red pilling them right now?
I mean, that was subliminal.
Is that the
but
men's rights
it was
activist
very
perspective on
overt.
the issue?
No, I don't think that was the men's rights activist perspective. I believe that that's true. That it's okay to insult. It's not okay to insult anybody, but it's okay to insult Donald Trump. And if you see any of these people posting on Facebook, that's what they do. Is they don't. And it's the same idea with fucking cell phones. When Samsung sells a cell phone, they don't talk about how good their phone is. They talk about how bad the iPhone is and why it's not worth the money. And that's what Hillary Clinton does. They can't win on actual politics. For some reason, they've abandoned that. And their idea is to just insult Donald Trump as being deplorable and his followers as deplorable. And it's like, you're not going to help. You're not going to stop people from buying iPhones. The best thing you can do is intrigue people to try your product, and that's what Hillary. They don't have any real ideas. They have nothing to stand on.
Well, he has less ideas.
No, exactly. No. Okay, he has less ideas. Honestly, that's the truth. But to these people that we're talking about, that she's addressing as deplorables, he doesn't need
she
ideas.
has more ideas because her ideas are literally what the status quo already is, so we know what it is. Like, she can...
But I'm talking about these disenfranchised people that they're trying to sway with their political campaigns. Like, why would Hillary attack Donald on all these things? Like, you're not going to convince any of those people already. Like we're saying.
Oh, because they're trying to, at this point, they're trying to activate their bases, I think. Because, I don't know. I don't believe, if there's really, like, political operatives who, like, work for these campaigns who are suggesting that there's, like, some amount of, like, undecided voters who are going to swing something, they say it's, like, these mythical, like, suburban white mothers in, like, Philadelphia who, like, don't know who they're going to vote for yet. I guess that makes sense because they're, like, pretty racist, but they, like, also, like, have their, like, I don't know.
They love their husbands, but at the end of the day, you go into the
they, like, vote
voting
for
booth
women's
by yourself.
issues. They're, like, racist, but they'll, like, vote for women's issues because they're white women, so, like, they want that. So I guess they, like, have a legitimate,
that is a
decision
real
to make.
stat that married women tend to vote Republican for whatever reason.
Married white women, I'm sure.
Well, I think the statistic in general is married women. But that's probably because...
Yeah, I'm sure that does not apply to black people or Latino people. Maybe, like, Cubans.
White people are, like, the fucking predominant...
Yeah, but, I'm sure if you parcel that, sure.
Yeah. If you had a larger pie chart to break it into.
Well, that logically makes sense, I guess. Marriage is a conservative act. It's considered a conservative act in some respects, so sure.
The overall point I was making is that it's terrible that Donald Trump insults people, but we're allowed to insult Donald Trump.
It's dope as shit. Insulting people's mad cool.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, shit. It's cool as shit to roast people.
I'm glad she said fact check because I want to also address that it is absurd for one candidate to suggest people should go to their website for the fact-checking system. Like, a fact-checking system is like a real algorithm that exists, and
Who would go to a
that
website?
I don't know.
Who would type HillaryClinton.com and go
Nobody.
there? Or DonaldTrump.com?
Nobody.
Old people, maybe.
It's a horrible strategy
people who don't know
to
how
drive
to, like...
traffic to your website that you paid too much for.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't... Who goes there? Who goes? They don't have ads on them. I'm sure they don't have ads or anything. What do they gain by...
And also, back to the point that people are not undecided, is that who, at this point, gives a fuck about facts? Who's listening to either side? Why would they care?
Yeah, so they got a good, the first questions were about, decency and, who was fit to be a candidate by their, demeanor and actions.
Yeah.
Then they tried to go talk about, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, and it was so boring. You interrupted a great roast Jones session for, vague policy, vague technical policy that no one's actually I guess people are interested in it because it does affect people, but nobody's trying to hear that. It was a good roast going on. Can we play a clip of him saying she should go to jail and discuss the implications of him suggesting that he's gonna hire a special prosecutor to put her in jail? All right,
please do this.
In real time. Last time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact-checking, so I expect we'll have millions more fact-checking because, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Roast. Actually, I guess that was ahead of the part, but yeah, so he's suggesting that if he's elected, he's going to assign a special prosecutor to put Hillary Clinton in jail for deleting the emails. First of all,
why not?
As far as
Is that not what you do?
as far as the 30,000 emails right now, let's look at my email app on my phone. How many emails do I have?
This man has 29,000 emails.
And let me tell you what they are. They're all Jack threads, Karmaloop, whatever these bad.
Because my father was bragging to me that he had 9,000 and he didn't know if it would roll over to 10. And now that I can be like, no, it certainly rolls over.
I'm gunning for that 6-digit email account. But yeah,
it's almost more impressive that somebody deleted the emails because it's who deletes emails? This man
I think
has
my phone would break if I tried to delete all of those at one time.
How do you have God bless.
I really can't tell you what it is. I really think it's like it's Moose Limited.
Who's paying for all
it was
that?
Moose Limited. Yeah, who is paying for that? Someone has to be paying. But I think it's reasonable to say that Hillary Clinton went through hype beast phase, and she just got a lot of emails from bad clothing websites, and she deleted them. And for Donald Trump to be harassing her about deleting Jack Thread's emails is really crazy. It's really sick.
Hillary Clinton definitely has gauges with a backward snapback to this day, and it like sits on top of her head. It's not necessarily on it. Just
Yeah, the pearl earrings are slightly covering the gauges.
They are gauges. They're pearl gauges.
Trump's going to call her out for being a mall goth next debate.
Oh, my God.
Hillary Clinton's a mall goth.
She supports ISIS.
She's a mall goth. She hangs out at PacSun. Where else does she go? Spencer's. She likes to go to Spencer's a lot.
But this whole fact-checking is, dude, it's too much. I almost cannot handle it.
So Trump would say he's going to do that with the prosecutors. Nixon tried to get 2 attorney generals to fire someone for no reason, and they both stepped down and were like, no, we're not doing that. So in reality, anyone who would actually do what Donald Trump is suggesting would be like a legitimate psychopath who like has no regards for their career and is just like super crazy. So that's pretty weird. That's a pretty weird thing to say. Definitely demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the position that he would be assuming.
Let's not downplay the fact that they would murder him.
I mean, that shit just like get you, I don't know.
Get you killed.
Regardless of if you agree with the FBI, with Comey's decision to just like admonish her but not like go for like charges or anything, it would be weird to like be any lawyer and think that after the FBI says that someone is not guilty of a criminal act to like push for it. You get what I'm saying? Like the FBI has kind of already said it's not a criminal act, so like that's kind of the highest authority in a lot of ways.
They said it was wrong. They said it was
wrong,
not
but
the
like
way
I said,
to handle it.
like I said, they admonished her, but they didn't say it was illegal.
They basically said it was illegal without saying it was illegal.
Sure,
that's what
they
did.
said it's not illegal
Because they didn't want to die.
They said it's not illegal.
Yeah, they were like, basically what she did is not okay.
I think the Clintons can kill people, but I don't think they can kill.
her.
I don't think they can kill like FBI agents. I think that they can kill like petty drug dealers and people who like see coke coming into their airstrip or something like that. That would seem like something they could possibly kill someone for, or like be associated with a circle that could like kill someone for something like that. I don't know. Just saying, possible.
Just saying.
Something to Google. Just something to Google. Maybe, I don't know.
There was some point early on also when Trump was quoted saying, sounds fair. Basically, they were interrupting him and letting her talk, and he wasn't allowed to get a word in, and he was just cracking jokes, just busting balls, and he definitely got a lot of he definitely got a lot of laughs out of it.
But they both talked a lot, and they both got
that's their job, right?
It was a fairly moderated debate. I don't know.
It definitely was like a Hillary hit squad early on. They were just like lobbing him all these balls about how terrible he was and how bad his
the first
actions
balls
and
lobbed
words
were for the grabbing pussies.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
It's like TVMA. Yeah, no, that is a ridiculous thing to like say in front of
it's
people.
insane. And that's also part of censoring the internet and censoring your lie or your fucking entire life is that they're going to let you know ahead of time that TVMA is bad. You don't like TVMA, subliminal fucking advertising.
No, TVMA is cool. Everyone likes TVMA.
I love TVMA, but parents will not want their children watching it.
Oh, parents don't know anything. All parents are like inarticulate flannel dads from car commercials.
America is great because we are good.
Oh, America's great. That was a good catchphrase from the night.
We're good. Hated it.
We're great because we're good, and we're good because we're great. We're great.
I hated it.
It's really good logic. It's very circular and
sound.
tight.
I can't argue that. It's certainly sound logic.
We're great because we're good. We're great because we're good.
We're great. I did not like that whatsoever. It was not my...
Yeah, I really feel like interns have been in charge of a lot of the campaign messaging this year.
Oh, it's terrible. The memeing?
Indicative by the literal memeing from both sides. Also indicative from the undergrad liberal arts major, like rhetoric from like the Clinton campaign on like Twitter. Clearly stuff written by like undergrads. Very weird. By like sociology students.
It's rough stuff. I think that one of the main
Talking
things
about like intersectionality and like institute. I mean, sure, like I agree with all that stuff, sure, but it's like
there's time and a place.
there's time and the place, and I don't know. I really just resent the idea of like bringing this like academic language that's like pretty ineffective at like making things clear, like trying to like shove that in people's faces. People who have to like work.
Yeah.
People don't have time for that. 'Cause no one really has time for that.
I think it was funny that Donald Trump somehow learned how to speak this debate. He didn't do the best that he could have, but he's getting better at speaking and actually addressing points and using words
He
and not
studied.
just repeating. Yeah, exactly, and not just repeating fucked up phrases. But he definitely accused
Still does fucked up shit.
Yeah, not directly, but he definitely accused Bill Clinton of being the greatest womanizer. Just like, oh, you want to talk about things I've said, like
But
your
he
husband.
is he not?
Well, yeah, no, exactly, he is. But it's so funny. They're like that. The excuse is like, well, you're not voting for Bill, you're voting for Hillary. It's like they're the same. They're married to one another. And if you want to use the logic that it's only like a. What's the concept of that marriage? Like it's only what the fuck are you playing? Nigel is playing a clip of Donald Trump walking upon.
Yeah,
Hillary.
he was
It's
like,
terrifying.
it's bad optics, dude. He was like stalking her around the stage. It was
Well,
not.
that's the
it was
move:
not a
is
good
intimidate
look.
her and intimidate the people she's talking to. But yeah, he called him the greatest womanizer, which is absolutely accurate. And then Hillary accused him of not apologizing to all these people he's apparently offended and accosted as villains in our war.
Wait, who was supposed to apologize? Whose man?
Donald was supposed to apologize, according to Hillary, and
To
that's
whom?
what he needed to apologize to all these people. He needed to apologize to African Americans, to
yeah.
Native Americans, to
'Cause he said all this
Mexicans,
mean
to
stuff.
women. Yeah, because he's terrible. And that's what I wanted to know is when in the last 9 months.
Dude, she literally like
When has
blew
she
up
been
She
apologizing?
literally blew up countries. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Really,
where's
it's
her apology?
It really is crazy. The like pressing him saying he supported the Iraq War is really crazy when she literally
Absolutely.
voted for when she
Absolutely.
literally had like a slice of institutional power and voted for it, or like she literally blew up Libya, literally did it. And to like suggest, I mean,
did it,
regardless
folks.
of whatever he supports, he does
I have
not. He has
documents.
no power over foreign policy. Kind of wild.
It's absolutely insane. And that is what I call cheesecloth politics that the Clinton campaign participates in.
Crazy part about this is I'm still going to vote for her. I'm still going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
It's pick and choose politics, like he's saying. It's, Donald Trump said he supports the war. It's like, you voted. You, with your power, endorsed the war. You, like, what? I don't know. How more could you be in support of the war than being a part of the government and giving just signing off to it? That's absolute insanity. Like you said, that they would get on Donald Trump because he's a private citizen who said something in support of the war. Because that's what you do in 2001, 2002, is you support the troops. You support the war. Because if you didn't, and I've addressed this previously, if you didn't support them, then you were a bad person. You were a terrorist. You were a fucking piece of shit.
I don't know. I don't understand how like supporting the troops but not supporting war is not like a political position that like Democrats have not like fully like monopolized because it's obvious they just can't do it. They keep like I just don't get it, man. All this political strategizing and you can't even like get veterans to vote left. It's crazy. I mean, I guess it's hard. You got to break through, like, I don't know.
So she did
I don't
that.
need to do psychoanalysis about.
She went with that, and then Donald Trump came back with basically just like, yeah, no. I actually don't think he mentioned what was the big. I'm so terrible. I don't even know what was the big deal she had with the troops getting killed. A couple dudes died.
Benghazi.
Benghazi. Okay, so he didn't even address Benghazi. His main thing was you should be ashamed of the emails and your handling of classified information. And it's so hilarious that Hillary Clinton just gets off by apologizing. Like, I've said publicly that I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. And it's like, well, why do you get away with just saying it was, it was wrong. I shouldn't have done it. And when the Donald does something like that, it's you can't accept this. There's no way to apologize for it. It's black and white, and you live in a gray existence.
Very odd.
You got a clip?
Yeah, let's go way ahead. Not way ahead, but let's go to I think the line of the night. I definitely think this was line of the night.
VLAN of the night? Play
Sure,
it.
Trump, your 2 minutes
and one thing
is
I have
up.
to say,
Your 2 minutes
I don't
is up.
like Assad at all, but Assad is killing ISIS. Russia is killing ISIS, and Iran is killing ISIS. And those three have now lined up because of our weak foreign policy.
She was shaking her head through the entire thing like it was not accurate.
The part he said before that was, he was like, you're arming Hillary and Obama, blah, 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 blah. They're arming the rebels, and you don't even know who the rebels are, which is playing on a very popular conspiracy theory that's like, oh, the United States and Israel, created ISIS. They literally, in a laboratory, invented ISIS and, put it on the ground. Not historically accurate. Shitty Bush foreign policy mostly led to ISIS. Never put enough. Started a situation, never had enough troops on the ground to stabilize it. Got rid of the Iraqi military. Fucked it up. Just completely screwed the pooch. That's why it started. But
that doesn't mean we're not giving them weapons in a roundabout way. That just means that we're not entirely responsible.
This is
doesn't
a part
mean we don't
where
aid them.
Yeah, this is a part where Donald Trump just says stuff that's clearly this is a part where him actually being a legitimate political outsider actually he says stuff
he
that's,
doesn't know
correct.
what he's speaking about. He just
ends up being
throws
right.
balls.
It ends up being right.
He's just slanging mud.
Yeah, this goes into the contradiction of they're Assad and Russia, they're bombing Aleppo. Oh shit, the dude who runs Syria, a sovereign state, is bombing the rebels out of one of the cities in his country. We're supposed to be surprised at this. We're supposed to be shocked. It's pretty ignorant.
That's wrong. He shouldn't be handling his own problems, Nigel. Don't you know any better? It's up to liberals in America.
And this idea that there's going to be some solution to the issue that's not going to involve Assad being there, or it's not going to involve Iran. That's just wrong. It's going to necessarily involve.
Unless you plan on blowing them off the map, it has to. You have to be able to negotiate and make peace with these people and work with them, or else, your entire intention is to just take over the area completely.
And Iran
and be up front. At least be honest to us.
Is there anything?
If you're going to ride my ass, pull my hair.
I don't think there's anything on Iran's human rights record that Saudi Arabia and the other Gulf states don't do worse and on a more frequent basis.
No way.
I would probably suggest that. I might be wrong, but I have a hunch that I'm right.
Was it Qatar that was not Qatar, but Qatar that was trying to have the what was it, the World Cup a couple years back?
And just use slave labor?
Yeah, they just couldn't let him do it because it went public that they were using slave labor, not because FIFA gives a shit that they were using slave labor. But
they
because
use slave labor for anything.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Everything.
FIFA is slave labor.
They bring in Pakistani workers on fake contracts,
steal their fucking passports,
and steal their
so
passports
they can't leave.
and shit.
Insanity, and we support that. We do deals with these people.
And Iran. Again, I'm saying Iran. Definitely not a good human rights record. I just think anything they do, the Gulf countries probably just do it worse and more and more frequently.
There's no reason to
most likely more frequently.
There's no reason to single them out and say that these people are doing a bad job when everybody is.
And so you go, and that was
cheesecloth economics.
So Trump makes a statement. He's like, Assad's killing ISIS, Russia's killing ISIS, Iran's killing ISIS. At least they're doing that. Maybe we should work with them so we can kill ISIS. Afterwards, Rachel Maddow on MSNBC is like, Trump is suggesting an alliance with Iran and Russia, and that's just insane. She used the word insane. That's why it stuck out to me.
Why is that insane?
I don't think he was. Yeah, one, I don't think he's suggesting an alliance. Two, yeah, why is it insane? Why is Iran?
Why would it be
clearly
insane?
Iran is clearly
most
a regional
progressive.
leader. I mean, they're not the most progressive of that size.
Region,
of
yeah,
that
yeah, of
size.
that
I mean,
size in that
there's other. I mean. Yeah, there's smaller countries that are more progressive or whatever, but Iran is naturally, they have one of the largest populations.
They're the most powerful in that region of that, yeah.
They're naturally at the head of that region, and to suggest that they're not going to have a part in shaping that region and leadership in that region, and we just have this inflexive thing where, I don't know, it's weird. Should probably just normalize relations and stop being fucked up.
Nope, because we want to blow them off a map, and that makes more sense. We're just going to fly our F whatevers over them and drop bombs.
And yeah, what he didn't say is that he's like, she's funding rebels, and we don't even know the rebels who they are. The rebels are Al Qaeda, and all its affiliates, and all the jihadists wonder that Saudi Arabia and Qatar could fund with dirty oil money. And yeah, I mean, I would say the rebels I've heard anywhere made up of these unsavory jihadi types. It's anywhere from 15 to 60% maybe, but wouldn't 15 probably at least be a little too much, a little too much of money of U.S. money and Saudi money to be going to blatant jihadis. I don't know, man. It would seem obvious that you would support secular, even if heavy-handed leaders opposed to enabling some false democracy that elects regressive conservative jihadists.
No, because
I don't know.
It's easier to manipulate that.
Is that what it is?
It's easier to
I forgot
manipulate a
about that part.
democracy. Yeah, it's much easier. Now, you have a population that is entirely controlled by one person. How are you supposed to go in and destabilize that? The only way to do that is to go to war. But if you can just go in and you can pay these people off, or you can just bomb in small ways and just be like, yo, motherfucker, we're for real. Listen to us.
Farilla.
Yeah, farilla. Shouts out the base god.
That's what it comes down to. American foreign policy is farilla.
We really are. We
Farilla.
play no games.
All right, what else we got?
You're
here's a good
you're
one.
steering this pony now.
Here's a good one. I didn't think school bullying was going to come
Okay,
up
I want to
in
preface
debate,
this,
but-
and I don't know if there's a way to find it, but recently, take this with a grain of salt, I suppose, but you can find it out there. Recently, there was a Hillary rally, and they brought out this girl, 15-year-old girl, who was clearly a senator's daughter. Her name, everything falls in suit. She publicly went on television afterwards and addressed this, but she had this totally rehearsed and obviously written for her question about how at my school I can see how Donald Trump's negative language impacts women, and that they are insulted because Donald Trump has made it okay for men to insult women and attack them. And basically that body image is one of the greatest problems facing young women today. And this is such a terrible thing. And how is she going to help her in her fight against positive body image?
All right, yeah, okay, let's play this clip, and there's a lot to say there.
Aleppo.
Yeah, what is Aleppo? If it works.
I guess it doesn't work.
There's only one problem. You don't even know who the rebels are.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that what we were just saying?
That sounds like Star
I don't know
Wars.
who the rebels are.
You don't even know who the rebels are.
They're Al Qaeda. All right.
But yeah, this bullying is insane.
Children listen to what is
Let's get the
Donald
whole
on
thing.
TV, and he said to his mother one day, will he send me back to
Telling a fake story.
Yeah.
Ethiopia if he gets elected? Children listen to what is being said, to go back to the very, very first question. And there's a lot of fear that, in fact, teachers and parents are calling it the Trump effect. Bullying is up. A lot of people are feeling, uneasy. A lot of kids are expressing their concerns. So first and foremost, I will do everything I can to reach out to everybody, Democrats, Republicans, independents, people across our country. If you don't vote for me, I still want to be your president. I want to be the
Did you say the Trump effect thing?
I don't know. No, I don't think that was the clip with the Trump effect.
very, very first question. And there's a lot of fear that, in fact, teachers and parents are calling it the Trump effect. Bullying is up. A lot of people are feeling it.
Okay.
It's Donald Trump's fault that kids are bullying.
Is there any reason to believe that high school bullying is affected by
politics?
Well, no. I don't think that's correct. But yearly election politics, I think that's
Certainly
a stretch.
not.
No, I would say, do you not think that in a lot of places, the cool, high school, jock kids and stuff, the cool kids are now pretty much the consensus, college undergraduate line of I don't want to use the social justice warrior term.
Oh no, but I think you're right.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's the cool kids are now kids from Glee that are cool with
the cool kids.
They're not cool with homophobic. They're not homophobic. They're not cool with overt racism, even though a lot of them are probably still racist. They know what you're supposed to say. They're
Popular
probably
politics.
pretty politically
Popular
correct and
politics.
stuff. Yeah.
That's what these people believe. They believe what the general consensus is and what is
So yeah,
acceptable.
you're telling me
You
that
don't
whole
wanna be out of
momentum
line.
got reversed because Donald Trump just showed up and just has been campaigning.
Kids,
That's crazy.
Kids are naturally demons from the CERN facilities, and they are out here just now that Donald Trump told them it's okay. They're just being demons.
When you see those man on the street interviews, that stupid Jimmy Kimmel stuff, and if they end up talking to 14, 15, 16-year-olds about Trump, they're all against Trump, not for any real I mean, they're
They don't have-
teenagers. They're not expected to be, but they know at least to be he's racist and we're it's not cool to just be clearly Islamophobic and homophobic and racist. We're not cool with that. We know that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's not what I don't know. It seems pretty obvious. But no, his mere presence has brought back bullying
and sexism to an extraordinary level.
He reversed all the progress that those
I don't know how he did it.
anti-bullying documentaries made.
Yeah.
All of that.
And the Obama campaign, he's entirely reversed the Obama campaign, and now everybody is a racist and a sexist.
I was going to say the only time that a single specific political event I think has made people has probably stopped bullying a lot was probably 9/11. I bet no one got I bet the week or two
That was
after
a great
9/11.
year to be a freshman.
Yeah, I bet it was all just hugs and daps, high fives.
Freshmen had the easiest year in 2001.
I bet it was all that, man. Can't imagine getting bullied after 9/11. Dude, do you not have any perspective?
Yeah.
Don't push me into
Did you
this locker.
understand
Why would you do that?
What's happened to our
2,000
country?
3,000 people just died yesterday. 3,000 Americans, and you're pushing me into lockers, man.
Bro, just watch, bro. YouTube didn't exist. They couldn't just rewatch it.
What else do we have?
What other burning clips do you have?
Oh, we got some stuff. How about this?
100%.
Thank you.
Because we talked about what we wanted to do. We might have had some differences, and we had a lot of
Thank you,
debates.
Secretary.
But we believed that we could make the country better, and I was proud of
I'm going
that.
to give you a minute 20
We
seconds.
have a divided nation. We have a very divided nation. You look at Charlotte, you look at Baltimore, you look at the violence that's taking place in the inner cities, Chicago. You take a look at Washington, D.C. We have a increase in
She
murder
looks like she's about to
within
nod.
our cities, the biggest in 45 years. We have a divided nation because people like her, and believe me, she has tremendous hate in her heart. And when she said deplorables, she meant it. And when she said irredeemable, they're irredeemable. You didn't mention that. But when
She has tremendous hate in her heart.
There's a rumor.
I do think she hates poor people, though.
Oh no,
I
there's a
definitely think
rumor
she hates
I
poor
heard
people.
that she called Bernie Sanders supporters a bucket of losers. She's just about losers and deplorables being in receptacles of certain forms. That's really her motive.
It's trash humans. Yeah,
she's like these losers, these Bernie Sanders losers who don't have any money.
I think Hillary Clinton probably really is like seriously into that. Like,
oh yeah,
she's into that like useless eaters mentality.
That's
like,
liberalism.
They're all useless breeders. Is it useless breeders or eaters?
Breeders, probably.
Both, probably.
Yeah,
because you're eating all the food and you don't deserve to eat it, and you're breeding and you don't deserve to breed. Who?
Her side girl. What's her name?
Huma?
Yeah. Uma Aberdeen. Yeah, her and Uma just laugh about poor people. They drive around like American Psycho style in the middle of the night, and they just kill homeless people.
Yeah, it's like natural-born killers.
They just kill homeless people at night because
Hillary's
they can.
the Woody Harrelson character, and Huma's his wife, and they just ride around and murk.
Shit, boy, that's terrifying.
But yeah, tremendous hate in her heart, though. He hates hella people, too. He seems like a very vindictive individual.
Oh, yeah, certainly. The fact that either one of these two people are trying to say that the other person is worse than the other is absolutely laughable. It's like, no, you're both pretty horrendous human beings, really, and you have a track record that proves such. And I think it's personally disgusting that either of you will be leading this nation.
I do want Democrats to admit they hate poor people, though.
Yeah, that would be great. And I also want Republicans to admit that they hate everybody who isn't white.
Yeah, you both got to give it up. Give that shit up. Stop trying. I got another good one. I got another goodie. I got another treat.
You can't say you hate drug addicts like you...
Like Duterte. No, they both hate drug addicts like Duterte. I bet they both want to just start...
Duterte is the man, by the way.
Yeah, Duterte's just out here Steven Seagaling drug addicts and drug pushers in the streets.
Steven Seagal.
He's out here Jean-Claude Van Damming.
Duterte Seagal.
I got a good one, I think.
Characteristic of a good leader is discipline. You said if a leader doesn't have it, quote, he or she won't be one for very long. In the days after the first debate, you sent out a series of tweets from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., including one that told people to check out a sex tape.
Woo! 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.'s real Trump hours now.
Real Trump hours.
Real Trump hours.
Have it, quote, he or she won't be one for very long. In the days after the first debate, you sent out a series of tweets from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., including one that told people to check out a sex tape.
Wait, play that back. Play that back again. When?
We officially know when real Trump hours
he or she won't be one for very long. In the days after the first debate, you sent out a series of tweets from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m., including one that told people to check out a sex tape. Is that the discipline of a good...
Are we really grilling this man for being up at 3 to 5 a.m.? Because that's a very productive time. And real Trump hours, I would like to say I'm up. I'm awake at real Trump hours frequently.
He's not running his own Twitter. Like, first and foremost.
Yeah, first of all, it tweets during the debate.
Yeah.
There's tweets coming. Well, no, that tweet's probably from like 2014 when it probably was him.
No, they said the first debate, or were they not talking about this recent debate? They were talking about
I don't know, but most of the
in which case it's more
most
relevant.
of the meme tweets that get passed around from the Trump account are they're from like 2013 and 14 when it's like probably was him.
Yeah.
When he was not like involved in
serious
campaign.
No. But it's
and
also
they have like weird grammar and like errors and stuff where it's
that's
like
fucked up.
The ones where he's calling people losers and stuff. He's like feel bad for the losers. I feel bad for them because they have like a low IQ and shit like.
Snitch behavior is what this is. Somebody sat down and they're like, I'm going to fucking spend my entire day and use all my bandwidth up reading fucking back tweets on Donald Trump's fucking Twitter feed. It's absolutely insane. It's ridiculous snitch behavior, and Anderson Cooper is a CIA fucking operative.
It wasn't sex. Not a sex tape. It was just take a look at the person that she built up to be this wonderful Girl Scout who was...
Real Trump hours, 3 to 5 a.m. Just so everyone knows, if you're up at 3 a.m. If you're up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., you're tacitly supporting Trump.
Is
Just know that.
There are absolutely no facts behind what I'm saying, but
facts are overrated and irrelevant.
Exactly.
In this
Go to the fact checker at HillaryClinton.com if you want to fact check me.
I am the fact checker.
But is he mentioning the woman who accosted him for
there's
insulting
four of them
her?
there.
Well, no, the Hispanic woman. Do you know about this woman?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Okay, but do you know the background of the Hispanic woman?
I mean,
she just has she has a child from like one of these Mexican drug lords, and she was
the one where she like
went to prison for driving a getaway car and shit. I thought that's what he was referring to, and she also had a sex tape. I thought we're talking about the same woman. I think that's who they're talking about.
But
I'm not saying there's anything that should detract from your character. Yeah, exactly. People can make personal decisions.
Cartels aren't cool.
If you sometimes you don't.
Her character's kind of sketchy. Her character.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. That was the gist of that. What else you have? Do you have the crazy?
We got
crazy
hella shit,
robot
dude.
man.
This debate was meme central, man. We got another one.
But I will tell you that, number one, I pay tremendous numbers of taxes.
Tremendous numbers of taxes. What kind of grammar?
I pay all the taxes.
What kind of grammar?
All of them.
Interest. But I will tell you that, number one, I pay tremendous numbers of taxes. I absolutely used it, and so did Warren Buffett, and so did George Soros, and
so many
he threw the
teenagers, so many
Soros.
15
red
to
pill.
30-year-old red-pilled conspiracy theorists, bros, came in their pants when he said George Soros on TV. That was everything they'd been hoping for. Not in this context. They probably wanted to talk about him funding Black Lives Matter protesters or something like that. But he still said Soros, and that gets him hot.
Yet. As long as he gets
him
Soros
hot and heated.
She's like, Soros.
I don't know Soros.
I don't know him.
I don't know George Soros. Never met him.
people that Hillary is getting money from.
Where?
She gets money from everywhere.
She gets money from.
I sent her a quid last week. I sent in a quid.
We already went in on what's going on with the Gulf states, but yeah, she's just out here cashing out.
All right, we have to acknowledge the only meme. This is going to be a short-lived meme. It was a weak meme. It was for a very plebeian level meme.
Pleb meme.
This guy.
What was his name?
Ken Bone.
Oh, what steps will your energy policy take to meet?
All right, the dude in the red polo cable knit sweater with the weird hair
love the
and the
Cardinals.
weird mustache.
The Cardinals are a great baseball team.
Yeah, people are into this as a thing.
As an aesthetic, I don't know.
They're like, oh, Ken Bone. Oh, they were just searching. It was just people searching for a meme in the midst of the debate. They missed all the good memes, like him telling her to go jail.
Yeah, go to jail memes.
And the Trump effect about bullying. Those were better memes. But this was it was not a bad meme, but
wasn't the best of memes.
Not a good meme.
It wasn't the best of memes. It wasn't the worst of memes.
Yeah. First they came for the 4chaners, and I said nothing. Then they came for the what they come for next.
Reddit.
Then they came for the Redditors, and I said nothing again. And then they came for me, and there was no one to stick up for me.
So what is this fat Italian Mario Bozo looking?
Dude, don't hate on the man. Yeah, it's what was this question?
Energy needs, while at the same time will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers.
Robot.
Hey, no,
helium-infused robot.
Here's a really good question he asked. How will we produce more fossil fuel how will we cut fossil fuels while making more fossil fuel jobs? Really great question, Ken. How will we cut something and create more jobs while we're cutting it? What kind of idealist stupidity are people suggesting?
It's a question that cannot
we
be
want
answered.
everything. We want everything.
That's the beauty of it. It's
we
a question
want
that
a
cannot be
perfect
answered.
environment. No more fossil fuels because we were told that was
But we want jobs.
We
from
heard
fossil
that
fuels.
was fucked up, but we want those jobs. Can't take away those jobs. So just make it cool fossil fuels. Make it fun fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Man.
Why don't you guys figure out how to pull confetti from the earth? That would be really cool. If we could figure out how to pump sunshine and rainbows out of the earth, that would really be an effective strategy.
Pretty sure the gig economy is gonna handle all this anyways.
The gig is up, the news is out. We got a new economy. The renegades that hadn't made those taxes that you didn't pay.
This one's called the tenement economy, where we all just live in 1920s styles apartment buildings with 8 people in a room.
Mega cities, bro.
Mega cities, bro.
Mega.
Conspiracy theories are so fun, man. The really inane ones. What are some good ones, man? I mean, chemtrails are always a classic. People looking at airplane exhaust in the sky, being like, "Fuck, they're poisoning me, bro."
Did you hear
Shit.
that Dick Cheney physically pushed over Tower 7 by himself? He was out there shaking.
I hate Tower 7.
God damn it. All right, so this boy, he is so insignificant that I've already forgotten what he had said. And I no longer care about him.
All right, what did Coach Carter say?
Yeah.
We dubbed this man Coach Carter because he does bear a strange resemblance to Samuel L. Jackson. It was just like this older black man they had on the stage, and it's just weird because the whole debate, I watched it live, I noticed his head like nodding and him not looking in the places he was like should be looking.
So you witnessed him the entire time.
Yeah, I noticed him early. He was just like, the boy was nodding.
My question is,
all right, here's his question.
Do you believe you can be a devoted president to all the people in the United States?
That question begins for Mr.
What kind of drunk Bill Cosby voice was he going for?
See, this is why it's insane. Okay, all right. They're all supposed to be undecided voters, the people like asking questions.
And he asked a question like that.
So they really brought out some like on the borderline, vaguely like steering towards like Uncle Ruckus, Boondocks.
Yeah,
like
no, I was going to make the comparison
for him to be like asking which candidate's going to be more inclusive of me as a black man in this election. But no, this also comes to my other point though. I do think Trump's nationalism has at times been inclusive of black people, where he's like, listen, black people,
tries.
Your shit's all fucked up, but like, come with me, I'll fix it. And I'll kick out these Mexicans and these Arabs.
Yeah.
So y'all can get the good government money or something. I don't know. I feel like there's some weird veiled like invitation to black people to be racist towards Arabs.
Well, the
and
idea
Mexicans
I think that he's
implicit
also
in
trying
the
to
Trump
pull
campaign.
now is that look, the Clintons have not helped you. They employed the 3-strike policy. They did all of these mandatory minimum sentencing. But for all intents and purposes, the Clintons did more than any other president to put specifically black people in jail.
I wouldn't say more than any other.
Well, I mean, since
maybe the
modern
most
times.
recently, they passed
modern
some
times
legislation.
Yeah, exactly.
But you look at things like
I'm not talking about the fucking 1860s.
Pretty sure
and
like
shit.
Mike Pence has a super like regressive law, and
He has a really cool law where if you have a miscarriage, you have to have a funeral, which probably means he just owns funeral homes and is just cashing
And yeah, his
out.
drug laws are
Yeah.
super backwards in Indiana.
Yeah, no. Mike Pence is a psychopath. Allegedly.
He's gonna get booted and tooted off the campaign. I think maybe, probably not, but it'd be crazy. It'd be
No,
dope.
they'll just tell him to keep his fucking mouth shut for 29 days.
But yeah, Coach Carter, stupid ass question. All the questions were kind of stupid. Which
Loaded.
is why
Entirely loaded question.
it was a stupid question, and that's why it was good that the moderators let
He's
them
got
just
like puppy
ramble.
dog eyes, more so than like any of the other people who are out.
He
His
took edibles before he
Yeah.
went to the thing.
Yeah. He did the edible 50-50 flip.
I think we like. I mean, yeah, we're not really interested in like the facts of the debate or like
No,
fact-checking
because as
people,
we
'cause
talked
that
about
shit's
previously,
boring,
yeah,
and everyone's
fact-checking's
mind is
not
already
real.
made up, and it's just like we're interested in like the rhetoric, the presentation,
We use the trivia
the
method.
roasting, the joning. We can also
We like to use
camera zoom in.
the brain database at gnosticmedia.com to cross-reference the facts that we found from the previous evening.
Obama made into a very powerful nation.
All right, this is a visual clip, but very important. So I think we need to watch it one time to.
A rich nation very, very quickly, very, very quickly. I believe we have to get ISIS. We have to worry about ISIS before we can get too much more involved. She had a chance to do something with Syria. They had a chance, and that was the line.
What do you think
And
will
she
happen if Aleppo falls?
I think Aleppo is a disaster humanitarian-wise.
What do you think will
is a
happen if it falls?
I think that it basically has fallen, okay? It basically has fallen. Let me tell you something. You take a look at Mosul. The biggest problem I have with the stupidity of our foreign policy. We have Mosul. They think a lot of the ISIS leaders are in Mosul. So we have announced
I think they're in Raqqa.
coming out of Washington and coming out of Iraq. We will be attacking Mosul in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Well, all of these bad leaders from ISIS are leaving Mosul. Why can't they do it quietly? Why can't they do the attack, make it a...
We will keep you in the dark, and we will do military attacks under the cover of darkness, and you will not know, and you'll just be able to plead ignorance. Isn't that great, America? Did you love it?
I think we... Fuck. Oh, here it is. Went too far ahead.
At the same time. But Syria is no longer Syria. Syria is Russia, and it's Iran, who she made strong, and Kerry, and...
Okay, yeah, no, this is analysis about, like, real media bias, not just, like, this, like, not vague platitudes like, oh, the media is conservative or, oh, the media is liberal. We're talking, like, individual people working at these companies who have their own individual biases. Cameraman did some weird zoom in just now after Trump says, what does he say?
Syria is Russia, and it's Iran, who she made strong, and Kerry, and...
He says... Iran, who she made strong, points at her. The NBC cameraman zoomed in
like a vine.
Russia,
not even smooth.
And it's Iran, who she made
like
strong,
a Tim and Eric
Kerry,
skit,
and Obama,
like
yeah,
a
like
Tim and
Eric
Eric
Andre.
skit. And she's just giving this very uncomfortable facial expression. Just her response to getting roasted. That's all this is. This is roasting. This debate was roasting.
The jonesing. The presidential jonesing.
And that's what it should be. That's what America's about.
Didn't Donald Trump already get
roasting.
roasted? Wasn't there an actual roast of Donald
Trump?
Trump?
Yeah, I think he had like stipulations about like what they're allowed to talk about. I think a roast of Donald Trump's children would be fun.
Oh man, they look like the most terrifying group of individuals?
Oh no, that's how it closed. I guess we should get to the end. That's how it closed. They some freak, some Midwestern corn-fed freak asked like, I would like it if each of you could say something nice about each other. That was like his question.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, could you say something nice
Good
about each
for
other?
him.
I think it'd be really important. He was like almost crying when he said it because he was like, "You've just been so mean to each other, and I would really just appreciate it if you said something nice right now."
I'm candy flipping right now.
My children need to see an example of how to like behave and share items with each other. So she said, Clinton went first. She said, "I hate Donald. I hate everything about him, but his children seem to like him a lot, and he looks pretty close to his children, and I respect that." So that was her thing. That, like, his children are like assholes, but they like
family
him.
means something to him.
Yeah.
Family is important. I found a way to spin this and make it about myself.
And he said, America, I absolutely detest this woman. I detest her.
Is that what he said?
I think she should go to jail. I hate her, but she's a fighter, and I respect a fighter.
Did he really
I
do
respect
that?
a fighter. No,
I
he didn't say all that.
I was about to say, I didn't make it to the end.
I mean, they both
Holy
like
shit.
gave backhand, like, he started by being like, after she said the nice stuff, the clearly nice things about his children, he's like, I don't know if that was a compliment, but I'll take it as one. He kept saying,
Hell
he's like,
yeah.
I don't know if like you're complimenting me, if this is
Yeah.
some kind of like slide dig
Nice
backhand. but
sidewinder, lady.
I'll take it as one. And he's
Nice
like, I think
sneak
she's a
dig.
fighter. I hate her. I think what she fights for is ridiculous, but she's a fighter, and I respect that. So yeah, they ended on like a little happy, stupid little like sitcom ending, and then they like shook hands. They didn't shake hands at the beginning, but they shook hands at the end.
Well, that's good.
But he won this one. But I think he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose the last one.
I thought that this was supposed to be the setup, though. I thought this one was really supposed to be the one that was supposed to go for Clinton. This was supposed to be the...
Maybe he went offline because the first 20 minutes looked like it was going for Clinton. Maybe he just bucked the script and was like, fuck it, I don't want to lose anymore.
Yeah, that was what I had heard, though, is that this one was supposed to be the ultimate setup, and they were supposed to bury him tonight.
Nah, no one got buried.
Nobody got bodied. Donald Trump just bodies the beat.
He's still going to lose the election like 60-40.
Oh, yeah,
but
and that's what all this Russia talk is about. The Russia hacking the fucking... The election is all about setting up a way in which the Democrats can manipulate the election and just blame whatever happens on the Russians. Oh, well, the Russians must have got a hold of it, but we won.
Maybe.
so
I
it's
think,
good.
I don't know. I think the Democrats are going to win pretty handily. I think it's
Oh,
also...
yeah. I don't think there's any way in hell that even if Donald
I think
Trump
it's to
won-
keep this hard line against Russia. Like when she gets in, she can just be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you tried to,
Yeah.
tried to manipulate the election." So absolutely no concessions on Ukraine, no concessions on anything in Eastern Europe. We're just going to keep being like belligerent on your doorstep.
Yeah.
And that's just the way foreign policy is going to be.
Yeah, I think
because it's a zero-sum game.
I think the most important conspiracy theory that I can lay out there right now and just let everyone know is that there's no way in hell, even if Donald Trump did have a 75-25 split of the population, there's no way in hell that they would publish numbers to the public in which Donald Trump would win. I don't think that's possible. I honestly don't. I don't think that even if he was winning, they would let him win. There's no way. There's no possibility of him becoming the president.
Well, I'm not voting for
Our
him.
democracy is broken. It's not. It doesn't work that way.
I'm with her. I'm with Hillary, and I'm voting for her. And I'm going to keep being super critical of her because that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm going to vote for
I'm going to vote for the
Democratic
seatbelt
Party.
lesbian.
She's not a lesbian.
That's what I heard. Somebody told me that.
She's into crystals.
Yeah, she definitely believes in healing crystals. All right, so it was another debate in the books. We're
She
preparing
could
for
be
the third.
lesbian. I don't know. Jill Stein can be whatever she wants to be.
She certainly could.
But she believes in crystals, and that's objectionable. She believes in anyone who believes in crystal science is extremely objectionable, regardless of their political views, their sexual orientation, their race, their gender, anything. Crystal science is not okay.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, and I think we can close on
That's
that.
a message I'd like to. Yeah, it's a message I'd like to leave to the people.
Don't buy healing crystals.